Hey people, the game is between a Night Elf and an Undead. I played a Undead, which is quite a change for me. Also, yeah, I recorded that game just to show you guys how you shouldn't play a Night Elf, and also to point out that it's kind of very hard if you're a Night Elf to defeat an Undead. Two basic reasons. First is that the Crypt fans usually own everything on the first tier of the Elf, probably the second as well, because Dryads don't stand a chance against the Crypt fan. And furthermore, I'd like to show you a tactic where a Leech and a Death Knight are kind of the most good combination for an Undead. Yep. The Leech comes out, he pulls a Demon Hunter, which makes quite the sense, because the Demon Hunter's mana burn is probably the most important skill in the Night Elf, especially when you play an Undead against an Undead. Typical startup here, the base, the outer, and the food limit. Comes out the Leech. I usually level Frost Nova in the beginning, of course. It's the attack skill, it's slowing units, it deals a lot of damage. It's an AOS spell. It's actually one of the most versatile spells in the game. That character is probably worth only for that skill is worth everything, because the ultimate is very hard to use. It's powerful but hard to use. Creeping, as well as he's creeping. It's just those few minutes in the start, you know, where everything is kind of lame and you just have to endure through it before the real action begins. Yep. Comes out the ghoul. I usually use 4 ghouls for the lumber. It's more, it's enough. It's more than enough. 4 ghouls. Level 2nd Demon Hunter. Usually use the Rod of Necromancy because Crypt fans suck at tanking. They usually take a lot of damage. It goes with archers, of course. Now the archer is kind of cool because of the Illusion Grace, and when she fights with the Crypt fan who deals pierce damage, the Illusion Grace decreases it, and also decreases the amount of the Frost Nova which is inflicted upon her. And of course that makes total sense, because if she didn't have the Illusion Grace, and the Frost Nova would kind of own the archers at one time, and that would have been quite, you know, degrading. The Night Elf tries to harass here. It's actually quite a fun battle. As you can see, the Crypt fans are summoning skeletons and pulling the ghouls in. Yeah, because only the Crypt fans couldn't match it by their own. An archer goes down, and I force support. That port was quite unnecessary if you ask me, but the archers might have died in any other case. The Night Elf is regenerated at his moon wells, and he probably will go for Hypergraph Archers, which is like, I don't know, I won't go for that against an Undead. Mostly because of the web ability of the Crypt fans. Now, there's a unit that can fight everywhere. Also, this balances the air battles in game. Frost Nova, creeping again. Death Knight comes in. Leech level up. Now this combo is very powerful, mostly because of the coil and of the Frost Nova effect. A little bit misclick, but it'll be fine. Pulls out a Priestess of the Moon. It's kind of, I don't get the combo between a demon and a priestess at all. Kind of, I don't know. I don't see how those two characters even, you know, can do something together. while the Leech and the Death Knight have a lot of similar skills like sacrificing minions to regenerate mana or health, but I don't see how those two, cooperate together. And as you can see, I'm preparing myself for the harass because right back of his army there's a shade. Yeah, something that I would like to point out: when you play an undead, always use a shade. Maybe two, maybe three, maybe a lot of them, because those units are probably the most strong units in the game. And this gives you the upper edge all the time, and it's just like 125 points HP unit, which is like turning out the game. Demon Hunter dies, coiled up, and he runs away. Makes sense though. My Death Knight is almost ready to buy the big bazooka. Nah, he won't. Don't worry. Waiting for the Demon Hunter to revive. Getting statues here. Now this victory that I had in my base from his second attack now gives me the chance to creep a lot, and I do. The other thing that I might have done was to counter-attack him, but having in mind that it's now night time and there's a lot of moonwells and he has one active character with a true shoot aura, it wouldn't be going to get anywhere with it. Sending back the shade. Now I'm gonna see the Hippogriff archers. I'm going to research a weapon immediately, if I haven't done that already. Creeping more. I always level my characters their max, because the Leech needs his last level of Frost Nova in order to cause damage, and so does the Death Knight to cause and heal. Here my shade again helps me to catch him creeping. Ring of Protection, second one, armor gets to 33% reduction, which is amazing. Now, if there's a hero that needs survivability, that's the Death Knight. I also play the Leech on Frost Nova and Frost Shield, and I usually use the Frost Shield on the Death Knight in a unit that gets nuked. It adds a lot of armor. You can do the same trick by playing with a Crypt Lord. You level the Chitinius armor of the Crypt Lord and then place a Frost Shield on him. It becomes an immense tank. And if you have a Death Knight also behind him to heal him and use the Unholy Aura, which regenerates health, plus a statue which regenerates health, the Crypt Lord becomes quite the tank. Now I'm just finishing off the XP on this map, and that was a close one. The shade just is placed there to wait for the expand. Now I'll be immediately informed when he researches an expand here. Immediately. It's a very powerful unit, always use it. Engaging more creeps. Death Knight goes forth. I usually just leveled Death Pact on level 1 because I thought that he's going to pick on the Death Knight, and so the creeping here continues, and as you can see, he's harassing me with some Hippogriff archers on the mine. That was a slick move, but it didn't work quite well. I'm immediately informed that he is building an expand. I am towering up my expand, so it will be protected from his air attacks. He cancels the expand, he drains my mana, very nice move here. Starting to pull out abominations. And he pulls back to his base, leaving mine undamaged. Well, lost the gold mine, but nothing's crucial. Buff up with anti-magic shell, because I see that he's pulling out chimeras, which deal magic damage. Heal up the Leech. We don't want the main character to die now, do we? And I'm having quite the trouble here to deal with his army, mainly because of the Moonwells. The Demon Hunter just died, getting back. Crypt Vents pushing with their immense pierce damage. Now it's very dumb to have a Chimera against a couple of Crypt Fans, because that unit is light armored and the pierce damage deals extra damage against it, as well as it deals extra damage against the Hippogriff, and as well as it deals extra damage against the Hippogriff Archer, because the Hippogriff is unarmored, which makes it totally take a great amount of damage, and the light armor also takes a great amount of damage, not as much as the unarmored, but still. Now, as soon as this Chimera gets down, you see how fast you fall because of the light armor. Statue goes down, and that's how it falls. Now, that's not the first time that I'm just left with those two characters to, you know, destroy a whole base, but Demon Hunter gets away, on low health, nothing to do, and he's going down. You probably can also already see the win here. Gets away again, and somewhere here was the end of the game. Chimera gets pulled down, gets killed. Yeah, that unit makes the whole game of the Undead. Here we go. Victory. Demon Hunter was left. Start screen. Yeah, that's it guys. Bye.